So, welcome to Project Gross, I'm William, and in today's video we work again on the K20 Peugeot 205, which is proudly sponsored by ECU Master. And today's video we're continuing, of course, on this car. In the previous video I've did the exhaust, and at the same time I was doing the painting, and this is going to be the video I'll be showing that. So, watch and enjoy. And oh yeah, before I forget, Jimmy from JDS Construction made me some of these +3 racing, stamps or something. How you call these plates. They're going to get welded in here before the cage gets painted. Yeah, he got them plasma coated at a company that he works with. So yeah, it's also pretty cool. So check this out. What I got here. I got one of these plates. This is where I'm going to position it. I'm going to tack weld it in and then hit it with the hammer to get follow the shape of the tube. Pretty damn cool. So check it out. I've got two of the plaques in there. A bit of a faff getting those things in place because it's on a round surface, but it's actually not too bad. I quite like it. And there's also going to be one over here, probably somewhere. I'm going to do that later on. So for now, this is good. So the thing that's up next is tackling this rust hole over here. I'm going to rough it up with one of these wire wheels for the grinder. I'll show you what I mean. Woo! With this one, he says, does that be fine? Because Jimmy from JDS is going to weld it for me. I'm not that good at it, but taking the wire wheel to it, no problem at all. So that's what you're going to see right now. The hole is a little bit bigger now, but at least all the rust of it and all the unweldable edges and stuff are gone. So this will work. Jimmy can make this happen. Yeah. So the thing we're going to do now is clean up the roll cage, degrease it, and primer it up. Of course, it needs to get painted. So I actually put on the second coat of primer, which I'm pretty stoked about. Check this out. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Still primer, but so I'm going to let it dry and yeah, put some paint on it. But for now, let it dry. So what I'm also going to do is cut up the rear bumper, because this bumper just acts as a giant air scoop because it's just hollow and all, you know, rear bumpers. I'm going to cut it on this line, just under the lamps, because I'm probably going to use these as brake lights as well. I'm just going to have these lights as brake lights and these, because I want to know. I want to know that people can see me when I'm braking. And yeah, I'm going to take this line. I'm going to mark it up. Maybe you clean it first a little bit, mark it up, and then I'm going to cut it. So once again, if you are like a dimmer purist, you might want to look away. So, I've taken everything out of the car again, and I was ready to do some serious sanding, which I'm, by the way, not going to film. I'm going to skip right through it, because watching people go sanding is boring as hell. I maybe do like a time lapse for like, I don't know, 40 seconds maybe, but we'll see about that. And yeah, time to go sanding. So yeah, I did the first pass with 80 grit, and it actually looks already pretty much paintable, because it's not going to go too bad, man. It's going to get roughed up so I can paint it. And now I'm going to go with I don't know which one I have. The fine one. I think it's a 260. Let's see, where is it? No, a 240 grit. Yeah, so I'm going to continue with that now. It's just going pretty quickly, but honestly, when I vacuumed the entire car, I was like, oh, it's actually not that bad, but no. 240, next. So I'm finished sanding the entire car. Quite happy with the result. It's not going to be show car worthy, but don't really care about that. It's scuffed up good for what I'm trying to do, and I vacuumed it out completely. And now I'm going to clean it and degrease it as best as I can. And I'm going to put the first layer of primer on it. Good times. Covered up the car because I don't want stuff from this old stator board to get inside the car, because when I was painting the roll cage some dust came on it. Such a shame, but okay. I already did a small bit from the inside. It actually looked pretty good already, but I won't be able to film anything because I did this. But that's okay, you know how painting a car looks. So I'm going to paint it. So check it out, it's completely primered in. Looks very nice. You notice I didn't do the sides because I'm only doing the floor and the firewall. But I think that's enough. Yeah. This looks pretty damn good. It smells a bit bad, but you know, that's how paint smells. Alright, it's actually the next day right now. The entire car, the inside has been dried up. It's all primered up and dry. So now I'm going to put the first layer of actual paint on it. Yeah, again it's going to be pretty difficult to film it because all the way in plastic I want to paint on my lens. So yeah, kind of a shame, but that's how it is. I'm just going to show you after the first paint, the first layer, and then clear coat. So actually all the coats of paint are now inside the car, and damn, doesn't that look great. And yes, the sides over there are not done because I just couldn't be bothered. I did realize that there is some silver left, but yeah, I just don't care really. The only thing I have to do now is dry a little bit more and then clear coat on it. Actually quite satisfied how it looks. I have no regrets. So, also finally fill up the gearbox with oil. Really easy, just take out the top sensor, I have no clue what it is. Take out that bolt over there, fill it up until oil comes out of that and put it back in. It's as simple as that. It actually goes 1.5 liter oil goes in there, in case you're wondering. So, with all this stuff dried up in here, it's time to go for the first layer of clear coat. It's going to be a bit of an annoyance, but it's going to be just fine. I'll report when I did the first coat. Or maybe it's going to be just one thick coat, because of course it's on the inside. It's going to be just fine if I do just one. But I have to clean up the roll cage as well, because it's very dusty from me touching it every time. So let's go do that. So I'm actually finished with the clear coat on it. It actually looks pretty good, but no, I'm going to do the cage another time. I mean a second time, because you know the cage has to be a little bit more. It's up spots because the seat belts going on there, and on the doors will be, they're going to put a little extra over there. So, and on the spots where the exhaust hangers are going to go. But other than that, this thing is finished. So yeah, I'm quite happy about that. And I'm going to put the seat in when it's dry, and put the steering column back in, and put the gauge cluster in, wire it up. Man, it's going to be amazing. And check this out. Finally, inside of the car is completely painted and clear coated. And doesn't it look amazing? I think it looks pretty damn cool. The only downside is because of it's so dusty over here, the cage actually is very dirty, and no matter how many times I try to clean it, it's not going clean, because the air is so dirty, your clothes are getting dusty, and I was like, you know what, F it, I'll just clear right over it. I just stopped carrying. Actually over here there are probably going to be this black I don't know, what's it? A black sticker over it, and over there on that side it's going to be padding over, so you won't be able to notice it. So I was like, F that. This is all very well. And yeah, this is it. All I have to do now is put the interior back in and the exhaust back in. But that will be in the next video. So I'm going to end this video right here. Hopefully you liked it. Like, subscribe if you want to see more, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Later on.
So thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. And talking about more, you can click on one of these two videos to see some more from the channel. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Later.